Hi, my name is Mark Polton. I'm a buy and hold real estate investor here in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. Today I want to talk to you about, the importance of having a reserve fund and reserve capital from your rental portfolio. So, big fan of Clayton Morris, and there's others, Joe Crump, almost anybody who does single-family homes will tell you that you need to set back a portion of your rent income. Clayton says 40% for repairs and maintenance. I'm not sure if it should be that high. Certainly not with our business model. 9 times out of 10, we're going to replace the roof after acquisition and before we rent it because it needs to be replaced. 60%, 70% of the time, we're going to replace the HVAC, which oftentimes includes the ductwork. Not to mention, it's probably going to get new cabinets, countertop, brand spanking used, like bathroom insert. Typically put a new toilet, but a used vanity, and faucets and stuff like that. But I don't really factor that into the maintenance portion of it after it's rented out. But here's the reason why it's important to maintain some kind of fund. We had some renters move in, and it's a beautiful house, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, overlooks a creek, and the house has been empty for about 10 years. And anything built probably before the 90s is going to have cast iron in it. I don't know when the cutoff was when they really changed that, but cast iron is a very durable and reliable product, and it weighs a ton. Oh my gosh, it weighs a ton. However, it has some downside. One, it's metal; it does rust, and 2, it has to stay wet. When it doesn't stay wet, it starts to get brittle and it starts to scale. It starts to flake, kind of like your skin. And it can actually scale and rust the entire inside of the pipe. Well, we had some good news and bad news. The tenant called us and said that the shower drained slowly, and I went over there and checked it out. And when I was testing it out and looking at it, when I would have the tub on, the toilet would gurgle, which is not good. That means that there's a definite back or some kind of stoppage. So I called out AAA City Plumbing. They're fast, they're not cheap at all, but they get there and get the job done. $1,200 later, they hydrojetted the line. Well, the hydrojet probably did more damage than it did good. Apparently, the last 25 to 35 feet of the sewer pipe, before it goes into the manhole, where the sewer part of it, I guess it was rotted. The hydrojet probably broke the pipe, went from cracking to breaking. So the good news is it wasn't under the house, which means we would have had to jackhammer the foundation. Bad news is $6,500 later, they're going to replace the sewer line up to the house. But I also then got a call today. It doesn't meet code with where the water line's going. An extra $1,000, you're going to have to change the water line. F me. But these tenants are paying $1,500 a month, and okay, the first 6 months of their tenancy are going to go to paying for this. And I still haven't figured quite. We're going to have to put it on a card. I'm not sure which card to put it on. I have a few hours before that's done. But it's real important that you have some kind of reserve fund or reserve way, to pay for emergencies such as this. Now, this would be the second cracked pipe this year that we've had to deal with, and I'm wondering if this is not like a master's or a PhD degree education class in single-family homes, especially the ones that we buy. But you're really not gonna, and both homes were sat vacant for a long time. So we have one other home that sat vacant for a little while, but I'm not sure if it was long enough to really affect the cast iron plumbing there. We have had some problems with it. But these are the things that you can read in a book. These are things that you can watch a YouTube video on. But until you really live it, you're not really going to, internalize it. From now on, every home we get that's been vacant for any period of time, we're going to have to put some kind of camera down down that pipe to make sure that we're not running into this again. The biggest problem we have is she's a nurse, her son has some medical issues, and they need a shower and a toilet, and it's just unreasonable for them not to have one for even a couple days. So to us in our business, an HVAC outage in the middle of summer, a plumbing problem, particularly like what we're having here where you can't take a shower flush, those constitute emergencies. If the heater goes out in the wintertime, I can bring by some heaters, some space heaters, and that gets you through until the HVAC guy can get there and take care of it. But those are the two, that and hot water. Those are the three areas in which I wouldn't be comfortable in my life if they weren't working, and so I don't expect other people either. Anything beyond that, we can put up some temporary measures, and yes, it might be a little inconvenient, but it's a stopgap to get us through. I don't think I can get a porta-john out there and make somebody who's paying $1,500 a month happy. Anyway, so always have some kind of reserve fund. We don't have one right now because we're at that hill, that precipice where we're trying to refinance the properties, and really all of my money is going to paying off some high interest debt right now. And once that happens, we'll set up the reserve fund and stuff like that. But these are my thoughts, my ideas. What are yours? Leave them in the comments section below. Like, subscribe, share if you'd like. And I wish you success.